When it comes to burning fat, diet plays a crucial role. Many people believe that exercise alone can lead to significant weight loss. However, the truth is that what you eat has a much bigger impact. Your food choices can make or break your fat loss efforts. Different diets work in different ways to help you lose fat. Some focus on cutting calories, while others change the types of food you eat. Two popular approaches are low-carb and low-fat diets. But which one actually works better? To understand, we need to look at the science. Researchers have conducted many studies on this topic. The results can help us make informed decisions about our own diets. By the end, you'll have a clearer picture of which approach might be best for you. Low-carb diets focus on reducing carbohydrate intake. This means cutting back on foods like bread, pasta, and sugar. Instead, you eat more protein and fat. The idea is that by limiting carbs, your body will burn fat for fuel instead. Low-fat diets take a different approach, aiming to reduce overall fat intake. This means avoiding high-fat foods like cheese, butter, and fatty meats. Low-fat diets often emphasize eating more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Both diets can lead to weight loss, but they work in different ways. Low-carb diets often result in quick initial weight loss, partly due to water loss. Low-fat diets may lead to more gradual weight loss over time. Understanding these differences can help you choose the approach that's right for you. Many studies have compared low-carb and low-fat diets. One notable study followed 132 obese adults for 6 months. Half followed a low-carb diet, while the other half followed a low-fat diet. The results showed that the low-carb group lost more weight in the first 6 months. Another study followed 148 adults for 1 year with similar findings. The low-carb group lost more weight and saw greater improvements in health markers. However, not all studies show such clear-cut results. A 2018 study found no significant difference between low-carb and low-fat diets after 1 year. Both groups lost similar amounts of weight. This suggests that both approaches can be effective for fat loss in the long term. Individual responses to these diets can vary based on factors like genetics and lifestyle. Low-carb diets have several potential benefits. They often lead to quick initial weight loss, which can be motivating. Low-carb diets may also help reduce hunger and cravings. Some studies suggest they can improve blood sugar control and heart health markers. However, low-carb diets can be difficult to stick to long-term. Many people find it hard to give up bread, pasta, and other carb-rich foods. Low-carb diets may also lead to side effects like constipation and bad breath. Low-fat diets are often easier to follow long-term. Many people find it simpler to cut out high-fat foods than to give up carbs. Low-fat diets can be high in fiber, which is good for digestive health. They may also be beneficial for heart health by reducing saturated fat intake. On the downside, low-fat diets may not be as satisfying as low-carb diets. Fat helps you feel full, so cutting it out can lead to hunger. Some low-fat diets may be high in processed carbs, which isn't ideal for health or weight loss. It's also important to remember that not all fats are bad. Healthy fats are important for overall health. Based on the available evidence, low-carb diets may have a slight edge for rapid fat loss. Many studies show that low-carb diets lead to faster weight loss in the short term. This is especially true in the first few months of dieting. However, it's important to look beyond just the first few months. When we consider longer-term results, the difference between low-carb and low-fat diets becomes less clear. Many studies show that after a year or more, the amount of weight lost is similar for both approaches. Rapid weight loss can sometimes lead to muscle loss or other health issues. A slower, more gradual approach to fat loss may be more sustainable and healthier in the long term. Ultimately, the best diet for fat loss is one that you can stick to. Your personal preferences, lifestyle, and health goals should all play a role in deciding which approach is right for you. When deciding between a low-carb and low-fat diet, consider your personal preferences. Do you enjoy bread and pasta? A low-fat diet might be easier for you to follow. Do you love meat and cheese? You might find a low-carb diet more satisfying. Think about which foods you'd have the hardest time giving up. Your health status is another important factor. If you have certain health conditions, one diet might be better suited for you than the other. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making major changes to your diet. Consider your lifestyle as well. Low-carb diets often require more meal planning and preparation. Low-fat diets might be easier if you eat out frequently. The key is finding an approach that works for you and that you can maintain over time.